And appreciate everybody coming out.
News on 6. This is breaking news.
Good afternoon. This is Jonathan Cooper in the News on 6 newsroom. We are standing by for a press conference at the Tulsa Police Department. We're told this is an ongoing investigation resulting in charges being filed on Tulsa Police Department personnel. Let's go ahead and listen in on this right now.
Lieutenant Marcus Harper and Officer Ananias Carson. The allegations related to a shooting that occurred on August 24th, 2020, and the possible involvement of Lieutenant Harper and Officer Carson in assisting involved individuals with concealing the crime. My review came after a thorough investigation by the Tulsa Police Department, and I'm appreciative of the work that they did in presenting this case. They were also assisted by my Chief Investigator, Wayne Stinnett. Today I filed charges in Tulsa County District Court against Lieutenant Harper and Officer Carson for the crime of accessory to a felony. A probable cause affidavit detailing the allegations was approved by a Tulsa County judge earlier today and is publicly available. This affidavit sets out in more detail the alleged involvement of Harper and Carson in being made aware of the shooting and allegations of their role in aiding the offenders and concealment of the crime. These charges stand for the proposition that no person is above the law, and Tulsa Police Department should be commended for their commitment to ensuring an accurate and comprehensive investigation. Lieutenant Harper and Officer Carson are entitled to the presumption of innocence. The filing of charges is only the first step in this litigation, which will ultimately be determined by a judge or a jury. Appreciate you all. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I appreciate everyone's patience as we work through some administrative issues. Last December, I stood here with the United States Attorney for the Northern District, then Trent Shores, and expressed my commitment in defending the integrity of the Tulsa Police Department as we announced federal firearms indictment against former Officer LaToya Dyth. She pled guilty to that charge in April of this year. During that press conference, I could not reveal information implicating Dyth and two other Tulsa police officers in a separate federal and state criminal investigation. As a result of this separate investigation, a special prosecutor, District Attorney Matt Ballard, was appointed. As a result of this separate investigation, Lieutenant Marcus Harper and Officer Ananias Carson have been charged with 1 count each of accessory after the fact to a felony today. I'm placing both of these officers on leave without pay in accordance with the established employment case law. Previously, these officers were on leave with pay pending the outcome of this investigation. Marcus Harper joined the Tulsa Police Department in January of 1995 and was promoted to lieutenant in 2012. He was working as the supervisor for the Major Crimes Unit in the Detective Division. This is a unit responsible for evidence collection and crime scene investigations. Ananias Carson joined the Tulsa Police Department in August of 2006. He was assigned to the Riverside Patrol Division as a patrol officer. Officer Harper, Lieutenant Harper and Officer Carson are presumed innocent until adjudicated in a court of law. The public has a right to trust law enforcement. They should be able to trust us. And our officers serve and protect them on a daily basis. The men and women of this police department also have the right to be able to trust the integrity of the officers standing next to them as they deal with an ever difficult job on a daily basis. Early in my tenure, I set high expectations, and I've been consistent with holding those high expectations. And I hold those accountable who fall short. My expectation is simple. I want the best for this department, and I want the best for this city. My immediate referral and full cooperation with the federal and state authorities demonstrates my continuing commitment to defending the integrity of the Tulsa Police Department, and I will continue to do so. A copy of the affidavit filed today will be available to you at the conclusion of this press conference. I can take questions if there are any questions that need to be clarified, but there is a lot that I will pass on.
Have any of the two been disciplined before?
Believe the officers, I don't have their record, so I really can't speak on that right now.
You say when they went on leave with pay, at what point did that start?
It started the day after we were made aware of their involvement in a criminal case.
Do you know what day that is? Can you recall?
I want to say August the 25th.
Thank you.
Will this affect any cases that Harper was involved in?
That is a great question, and we will work through those issues as they come up. There are a number of other ancillary things that will be also taken into account, and we'll have to work through various offices to determine what that is.
You've been listening in on a live press conference at the Tulsa Police headquarters. If you were just joining us, this is in relation to a shooting on August 24th, 2020. 2 police officers were charged with helping conceal a shooting. We're going to have much more on this in our 4 o'clock newscast. We're about to get the affidavit on this. News on 6's Amy Slanchik is there, and we'll have much more for you throughout the day right here on News on 6. In the meantime, though, we're going to send you back to regular programming. If you want to continue listening to those questions, we are streaming it on our website. Thank you for joining us. We're going to send you back to regular programming. Have a great afternoon.
Are they arrested?
I believe members of the fugitive warrants are in the process of making arrests now.
How does this relate to Dye? And is it the gun that was purchased? Am I thinking?
I think when you get the affidavit, which we have available to you here, then that will shed light and provide you the answers that you need.
One more question? You ready?
Where do we go from here as a department, as a community? You know, you've got a supervisor now facing some serious charges.
Well, my hope is that the community sees that this department, and I am not going to stand idly by and let things run rampant on this department. The expectations that I set, I don't think are unachievable. Again, I want the best for this department and the best for this city, and I'm going to work to ensure that. And as I work to ensure that, there are going to be criminal investigations that come up. There are going to be terminations that take place because, again, you can't just violate the rules of law and carry a badge and a gun. This community won't stand for that, and this nation will not stand for that. And I think that's evidenced by what took place last year.
All right, I'll do it. Appreciate it. Thank you, Chief. I've got some updates for you guys. We know there's a whole bunch, I'm talking about this, some out that's available, you know, certainly questions you might have.